my channel. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a magical day. And this video makes today even more magical because today we're doing a Dimash reaction. This and the next one will be the last ones for a while until I come back to doing more Dimash. I will come back to him, but probably not within the next month because I'm getting close to like university and I'm gonna try and get ready and get everything together. Still searching for like a place and I might move around between months and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit wild. So I don't know for how long I can keep consistently making new artists and also old artists. So I'm trying to make a schedule with a few things that might be a bit more certain and easier for me to do. So yeah, I'm gonna work around that one. But I thought since you guys really wanted me to do this one, as well as the song No is gonna be the next week's song. So next Thursday we're doing No. This week we're doing Love of the Tired Swans, which sounds very artistic and magical and like, I don't know. And because you guys thought I loved everything from the previous one, you also thought that since, you know, I'm an artist and I really love like that very interesting like artistic approach, you suggested this one and the song No. So I'm doing both of them and closing with both of them. As I said, I am going to do more, so don't worry. It's just not going to be right away, sadly. I'm in a bit of a mess. Okay, let's go with this one first. Let's go. Feathers? Oh, wings. Wings. Oh. Ah, they're swans. Ooh. Okay, for some reason, the beginning, kind of like the music, that beat, that like doo 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 doo, like it reminds me of something. I don't know why. Who knows? Maybe I heard this song somewhere. To be honest, like I wouldn't be surprised if it's in like a drama I watched or something. But it seems really interesting. So the swans are like people. Like I see, like this is Dimash. Like you can tell, like the face stands out, and I think he also has wings at the back there. So he's also wearing wings. He's probably like the king of swans, but they're captured. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I know the song. Oh, maybe I did a live. Yeah, I probably did a live and I didn't do the official music video. This is so pretty though. Okay, this might be, I think Dimash's music videos, when it comes to like these versions, like the artistic, crazy angle and like camera wise ones, I love them. Oh my god, yes, I know the song. Oh, it's so pretty. I love that they start with the fact that they've fallen. And before they start lyrics, they actually hit us with a scene of how they were before, like in the sky. Like that was their land, their territory. But something happened and they probably were shot down and like captured. This looks so pretty. Like, oh, it's so artistic. It's like, oh my god, it reminds me of the two angels. That iconic painting. I got a pair of socks that's that painting. It's so pretty. Oh, it's beautiful. I bet it's gonna give me a lot of like references from that kind of painting. Oh, it's that classic kind of approach. It's the way the old the old artists would paint like realistically the clouds and in that like yellowish tone as well, which is really pretty. I also like look at the colors. Yellow in the sky, where the sky would actually be like blue and lighter and all that. But you think, let's say, warm colors, they've chosen warmer colors, also references to sun and like sunsets and stuff maybe. And then here they choose maybe like nighttime. So it's like the light of the moon is the only light they get. It's also more blue colors. It's a bit more like lowering like the warmth. It's like cooler and chiller. And it references to the fact that they are defeated here. I like it. They're playing with colors, like scene after scene, like the dramatic difference of colors is so evident. It's beautiful. I also love that they're keeping consistent the outfits, because if you have too much color change, like in outfits and everything, and absolutely, it just gets too crowded and too many changes, and it doesn't actually have that much value afterwards. But they do it only for like the scenes specifically, and it's really nicely done.
Посмотри мне в глаза, ты прости мне, я сожалею, я люблю тебя, жизнь моя, без тепла, я тобой болею, удержать не смогли, мы устали, нам очень трудно, я совсем один, ты пойми, без любви ничего не нужно.
Okay, let's comment before we reach climax. It's really nice that I know the song before we actually check on the music video, because I get to like, I know how it flows. So to see this as the representation, I already know when it's gonna change and stuff, and it's really also like beautifully and smoothly beginning. It's really nice. I love these scenes. Like this is just so pretty. I love the glitter reference because they started off, and I thought the first scenes were sweat. And I see sweat, and it would make sense because they're closer to the sun. They're usually like, seems like desert-ish areas. So even if they're closer to a pond, like sweat or let's say droplets from water could be a valid reference. So it's really, really beautiful. But I love the fact that they have, first of all, paint. There was some beautiful like a line here to the ear, and then like feather-ish strokes that were beautiful on the faces. Then we have this for the girl here. The hands full of glitter is beautiful. It's like they are not actual humans. Like there's like, especially because you use the hands to put the glitter on, referencing that the hands are not actual human hands. There's something different, there's something more. You can see the glitter like flying away there at the edge here. So it shows that they're not actual humans, even if you see them as, let's say, dressed up that way. Like if you see, let's say, the details, let's say paint and stuff and all that, like it references that these parts might seem human, but they're not supposed to be. And it's nicely like how they're doing it. It is artistic, and it has the messages of an artwork, which is very pretty. I also love how you cannot like actually see the creatures that have damaged the tired swans. It's very pretty that they're just basically some kind of glob of a human, like all in black, but they're not, you can't see the figure exactly. You can see it's like they're baggaged up with stuff. It's very interesting. And I appreciate that they're not like actual, let's say, black dressed humans. You can see body type and everything. You're like, you might as well just have like people that shoot and like, I don't know. I also love like the scenery. Look at that, like the top shot, and then like their angles and like, oh, I didn't see that. Like his hair is also painted. It's like it goes throughout. Wow, okay, like the detail is so pretty. Also, the pond scene was beautiful. Look at this, like that and that. Oof. Also, the fact that they were kind of dancing in the air, like turning around, so pretty.
я совсем один.
Ooh, this pond scene is so pretty. Look at the people in the back. Like, you can see the kind of creatures in the back there. You can see them, like actually see them, and it is beautiful. It is unbelievable that it seems like these creatures want to kill the swans for the wings, because I can see the wings here, like, and it seems like the person has evaporated, desolated in a way, basically, when it died. So the wings remain. So let's say they're just like hunting for wings, and in some ways they can take that pure item and like wear it, and they like, I don't know. I don't know where the story could go, because you can take it anywhere you like. But it's so beautiful. It's unbelievable. The scenery is too unreal, but it makes it seem real. It's so pretty.
Ты пойми, без любви ничего не нужно.
I also love how natural the movement is there. Like, you can see them actually trying to get out of that. Before, you could see a bunch of them, like multiple of them, actually sitting and being like this to get out. This seems like natural bird movement when it's like captured. Like, it does this, it tries to get out without actual hand movement. And that seems very, very natural. It's even more like proving that they're not actual, let's say, human, close to human.
Не могут жить в разлуке лебеди. Подожди, не спеши, не говори, что чувства позади. Нет назад пути.
Okay, that's just a painting. This is just a painting. Oh my god, the big like statue as well is so pretty. Like, it's so beautiful. Oh my god, I love them dancing there. How it's like actually like a lot of like movement with the head, slight like movement with the body. I like how all the movements resemble, let's say, how birds would react. And we have slight, let's say, hand movement afterwards. I like how it's like detailed like that, because it references that, you know, like, it's a lot different than, let's say, how you would dance and like do a bunch of dance movements with hands and stuff. It's a lot of like body work, and it's beautiful because it links to the whole like idea that they're swans.
Говори, что чувства позади. Нет назад пути. Не могут жить в разлуке лебеди. Подожди, не спеши. В разлуке боль сильней. Любовь мою согрей, любовь уставших лебедей. Мои дни без души, я скучаю, все очень сложно, мы еще близки. Не молчи, позови. Без любви не больно, я прошу.
Okay. It's beautiful. And I can see, like, say, a mixture of, like, the timeline and what's going on. So we started off with the ending, first of all. We continued exploring the beginning with a mixture of shots from the end. I'm guessing these two people were Dimash and his lover, his, let's say, queen, that we saw, were the ones thinking of the beginning scenes and recollecting it. Because you can see that it starts like recreating itself, like from the it starts going backwards. We start with the lake scene when they've probably been like destroyed from there, and like that was like the last, let's say, spot they stopped to because they were on fire and full of flames. They cooled off, and then you have, let's say, the last scene when they get eaten and stuff and like destroyed and all that. I don't know, the ending. And before that, you have like this, that they're just like, it just shows you what they're doing within their world and their land before everything happens. And it's so artistic and so beautiful, also full of passion, and like the dancing shows how much, like, how united they are. They're all like, there's like a lot of movements where they're connected, very rarely without body contact. So it just shows how like passionate they are, especially because they're representing birds. So you don't do, let's say, a lot of, let's say, hugs and stuff. You do like a different like movements to show connection. I love the variety of movements as well. They could just have like a bunch of people do the same exact movements, but there's so many different things. You could reference that this box that they create as their safe zone for danger that they got into after they thought something happened. Oof. But what I love more is this scene. I love that they have this scene that looks like is what happened before the sky turned yellow at the scene that I saw at the start. It seems like it's that kind of scene. And then like, let's say the first like bomb or something, or like that yellow like explosion crate or something came that was yellow and made the sky yellow at that scene or something. And before it used to be that beautiful blue. Like if that's what happened, and it was during, let's say, also the like dusk of the sun, it is beautiful. I look at this shot, like everything's done so beautifully. Like the top shot as well, peak, beautiful, like everyone's doing something. But this as well, like a lower view, so you can see the box again, and they're all in it, and you can see like every single body part of Dimash, and everyone is doing something and being like super like energetic and passionate, and it is beautiful. It looks so oof. And then like everything starts exploding. The same scene, but you have, let's say, you can see the explosions coming from here and here, and you can also see like all that like dusk, like smoke that started like oof. And from the desert and everything, from the ground, like just so beautiful. Ooh, and these close-up shots, it's so nicely done. Like it starts with like something that seems peaceful and also that seems destroyed, to something that is peaceful, to something that from peaceful becomes destroyed, and we actually see how. Oh, it's such a different and like it's such a like round circular kind of storytelling. It gets confusing, but it's so beautifully done.
разлуке лебедей. руки посильней, любовь мою согрей, любовь уставших лебедей, лебедей.
Whoa. Oh my god. I love that the lake scene comes back and it's like, oh my god, that lake scene at the end, especially because it's this exact part. But it starts the move, like you can see the movement. Like it's the exact same part, but you see like the start of the movement. I love that. Especially because it's so like, it's like just a bit mentioned, but it's water when we've just like, it's the first time we see a lake, a water like place. Everything else seems to be like nothing close to water and nothing with grass and everything. So it's just like that lake looks like the peak of their like water source. So they end up in it. Like half of them don't even have their wings anymore because they were cut off by that laser lightning thing. I love that. And then we have that them going back into that lake. Oof. And they seem to gain like energy and power and like hope by their leader, or they're sending a message to their leader that he's free to like go away and let they get help or just free himself and like try and reclaim the place and make it habitable again after he wins from these creatures that they've taken them. It's so pretty. I love the scene that it's like at the end and it's like dancing in water. It's very small, but it's so beautiful. And everyone again is doing many different things, but there's like certain parts like the body bend that they all did together that was in like eyesight camera angle was beautiful. Like you have these that are insane and chaotic, but also very beautiful and artistic. I also love that the how do you call them, like lightnings that are around Dimash and are coming from Dimash are during his opera moment. It is beautiful. Peak choice to do it during then. But I love that we have like that one moment that they all just turn together. Like it couldn't be more beautifully done, that one. Like they all do that bend with their back in the same direction and it looks so beautiful. Like every angle is so nicely done as well. Like that's a bit like lower angle. We have like a higher angle. We have top angle. You can see them from the top flying down, which is something you wouldn't actually think of. Let's say like taking a picture of like a bird, you take it from lower, whereas they filmed them from above. It's so interesting. I love the different angles that are seem like they're not usually what it's been used. I also love how they hit the bend during his high notes. It's so perfectly done. It's so nicely like, I'm sure they've done so many extra scenes that are just as beautiful, but they've chosen the exact ones that hit beautifully. I also love how at the end where he actually reaches the top, they go like this and they like kind of accept, let's say, fate or something, and they hope for like a better future afterwards when he comes back or like saves some of them like afterwards or something. But yeah, it's so pretty. It is so artistic. I love that there's a source of water at the very end and a bit of the beginning. As it, I love how we use very little of the sky. We actually have just a few cloud scenes that you can easily connect with each other, which is very beautiful as well. Whereas we have a bunch of, let's say, huge dancing sequences which are cut different, like in different places. But if you see like wider shots and like you focus on one person, let's say Dimash, with his queen in the background, if they're continuing to dance, they're dancing just as passionately. And these are, let's say, the big like routine parts. So to have the smaller parts being the water and the sky being filmed less and with different angles to hide them, it's beautifully done. What I mean to hide them is the upper angle that they've used. They could have easily done an angle where they're like this and they show the angels, like the swans, turning and like dancing in the beginning. But they didn't. They didn't want to show the clouds as much because they were going for that slim and limited amount of scenes with clouds to make it even more, let's say, artistic. It also is very artistic because the way they show the clouds, it's that old painterly cloud style. Oh, I loved it. It's so beautiful. Like from the painting on the face to the details of like the wings, to how huge they are, to how like many of them there are, and how many wings were used to destroy and like put on the ground. Every detail is amazing. Like the details of the creatures in the back of that lake that couldn't come past. Maybe they can't actually touch water. It's so just amazing and beautiful. I love it. Like there's so many details I probably even missed, and there's even more things to point out. That's as much as I could gather just from this, and it is beautiful already. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications that will be sent, and I'll see you next time for the next reaction. Bye bye!